spring has sprung and the rabbits are running, Lax fans. And LaxRatz is here with a basket full of goodies here at the home of Southern Section High School lacrosse videos. We've got a quick summary of top teams and top plays. We've got Lindsay checking in on the girls' side, and the Chief is going to tell you about a few of the top freshmen in this year's group. Our top 10 plays will thrill you, and our AAA plays will chill you, so hold on to your hat, hold on to your drink, and for sure hold on to your stick. No, really, you're going to need that. It's LaxRatz. Aloha lacrosse fans, Chopper here, Chief there, but a couple days ago neither of us was here. Just got back from Maui. We weren't together, but we were on the same island. Chief, how was your trip?
Trip's amazing. Maui definitely, brings life back to you, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you, I turned the watch off, didn't do anything at all, and just chilled. It was great, great time. But we're back at it, right?
Let's go.
All right, so let's talk about top teams first. Chief, you probably had an ear to the ground better than I did. What's up with the top teams? What did I miss while we were gone?
Right, it'd be great to unplug, but it's tough. So I was still keeping an eye on what was going on in LA Lacrosse. Shout out to my boys at Bosco. Quietly at 7-0. They just beat a Palisades team, so no one's talking about them. They say they have a soft schedule, but nobody wants to play them. It's tough. Play a team that if you lose, it doesn't look that good, and if you win, you're supposedly supposed to win. But Bosco handling business, 7-0.
Could be hard for them to build their schedule up because, like you said, there's a no-win situation for the top teams. If you beat them, it's no big deal. If you lose to them, it's ignominious. So good luck with Bosco. It's great to hear they're in the mix.
Yep, so they're doing good things over there. And then another shout out, Sierra Canyon took care of Poway, perennial San Diego powerhouse. So to see them win, great props for LA Lacrosse.
What's up with Sierra Canyon? I mean, they have really hit the top 10 for sure, right? I mean, yeah.
Yep, they're in the top 10. They're feeling it. They're getting the most out of. They're not that deep, but their kids are stepped up.
Great. Chief, what games do you think have the biggest impact right now?
Right. I was surprised to see Crespi over Chaminade. I didn't see that coming. They haven't beaten them since 2016. They play them twice a year, so I'm not a mathematician, but I'm thinking 4, maybe 6 games.
Yeah.
But since 2016, huge win for Crespi. 1-goal game, 11-10 ball game. Logan Solberg obviously did his thing, but also Grant Ronek having a huge year for Crespi. And in goal, Elijah Turbo made huge saves, especially at the end, man down. Big save, shout out, Turbo.
All right. Chief, what's up with the Cubs? We haven't talked about Loyola for a week or two. What are they up to?
Loyola's been in hibernation figuring things out, but I think they have it figured out. They took on an obviously great Westlake team, and they took it to them. Obviously, the game is closer to them to score, but Loyola's starting to find its groove. They're getting back to basics, which they need to do. They're really, putting the passes on the money, right on the ear. Fundamental lacrosse, getting over Chirp City, handling their business. I like what they're doing. It takes time. You're the best team. You expect to come out and just all of a sudden dominate opponents. They're kind of rebuilding, and big W over Westlake.
Well, and of course, they're the #1 target on every team's schedule, right? So they're getting every team's best game when they play them.
That's right. Every game, you see their best. One kid I want to talk about is Ronan Gallagher. He's come into his mix. He's coming into his own. They have him facing off now. He's an EMO specialist. Sick goal against Westlake. I think a right-to-left split. Ronan Gallagher feeling it for the Cubs.
All right, Chief, what else you got on the top teams?
Well, you saw it, I saw it. We got to see Oaks Christian against PV, right? At the time, it was 1-2.
Absolutely.
We talked before the game. Now here we are after the game.
So everybody, I think, knows at this point PV won going away, but that was a 4-0 Oaks Christian lead. What did you see that stuck out in your mind?
Well, first of all, the hospitality at Oaks Christian was amazing. I mean, people were coming up to us, talking to us, thanking us, and that was so awesome. Such an awesome crowd, and I think that led to momentum. Oaks Christian got out early, 4-0, looking the part, looking awesome. Everything was on cue. They were crisp, but
well, first of all, like you said, they came out ready to stick to business. No chirping, no flapping their wings. They got up 4-0. They were all business. Very knowledgeable crowd too, because they were cheering the hustle plays on the sideline and so forth. What we saw was PV wore them out in quarters 2, 3, and 4. They wore them out 2 ways. One was just more depth. The other was Cole Clinton started winning every face-off, and we've talked about it on the show before. Possession after possession after possession. And without being able to put their offense into motion, Oaks Christian wore out in the second half.
We talked about it, going up 2-0, 3-0. We said, could they sustain that? And that was the question. You just answered with Cole Clinton. He caught fire. Also, Kyle McCann made saves. He was pulling saves out of the air. I mean, he made so many saves. It could have been 8-0. He kept it at 4-0.
And I think had he not made those saves and had Oaks Christian gotten ahead 5-6, 7-0, might have been a very different outcome.
Right. So we talked about it. It's the depth of play. PV stuck to their game plan, did not panic, and continued to wear down Oaks Christian.
PV's got its hands full this week. Foothill, St. Margaret's, I believe.
Right.
And then they come back and play, I think, Loyola right after that. So the real meat grinder part of their schedule is coming up. If they get through those 3 games in good shape, they'll probably be the 1 seed.
And rightly so. I think we talked about also what impressed me most about PV. We were talking to the Oaks Christian fans. We said, who is the best player out there? And they said Brad Sharp.
And you asked them,
how many goals did Brad Sharp have?
They were all saying 2 or 3 because he was that dominant. How many did he have?
You would think 0 goals in that game. He had 4 or 5 apples, but 0 goals and still one of the most impactful players on the field. That shows a lot about his play.
And I think that speaks a lot to PV's strength. I mean, the scoring's distributed. Every week they're getting 3 or 4 guys with 2 goals. And their number 1 guy can dish, he can move, he can do it all.
Right, and don't forget, they're held down defensively. They got Randall back there, Booth back there, and Scott back there, and anchored in goal by McCann. So they got guys all over.
Chief, we've got a special segment this week. You're taking a look at a couple of the top freshmen, right?
Yep, you got the past, the future, the present. Right now, the freshmen. A couple kids making waves. You got number 28 from Westlake High School, Ryan Sullivan. Ryan started playing in the 2nd grade and was immediately hooked. His brother James went on to play at Dartmouth, so it's in the family blood. Ryan is one of the better covermans for Westlake. He's played on a ton of club teams, Goon, LA Mavs, but credits coach Steve Lane of Team West Coast for really stepping his game up. And he joined the Mad Dog organization, which has taken his game to the next level. Ryan was selected to play in the Maverick Showcase and West Coast Stars as a rising freshman. He's a 2-sport athlete, also plays football on one of the better Westlake football teams. And, he's just doing great things. Starting as a freshman, super impressive. Next freshman I want to speak about is number 12 from Chaminade, Dylan Freshman. Not because his last name's Freshman, but because he's making plays. He's only been playing for 2 years, so he's still trying to figure out the game, figure out the nuances of the game. But he's playing up there with the big dogs. He's fast, he's always in position. He's been thrown right into the fire, but he's handling himself, so he's playing way above his years. The Chaminade plays a tough schedule, so he's playing against top competition, holding his own out there. Dylan Freshman, top freshman. Next guy we want to talk about, I've seen this guy a lot on film, number 3, Ben Graham. This kid hustles all over the field. He's worked his way into the starting role and onto man up, which is pretty impressive. What I like most is his release on his shot. He shoots the ball high to low or high to high, but he has an overhand release, which is pretty mechanical for a young kid. He's one of the fastest kids on the field, one of the smartest kids, has great instincts, and apparently outworks every kid out there. Kid's always taking extra shots, calling coach, asking for tips. Currently, he has 10 goals, 7 assists. Pretty impressive for a freshman. Always giving 100%, super versatile. And I met him at a tournament, just came over and started talking to me. A great kid. He's over 50% facing off, 43 ground balls, plays on LA Heat. Kid is a kid to watch for sure. Our last freshman I want to speak about wearing the number 1 from Agora. His name is Jake East. This kid has soft flow, soft lettuce coming out of the back of his helmet, but that's the only thing about him. He's soft. He started on the Agora football team as a freshman. That says a lot. Starting as a freshman in varsity football, that's a young kid becoming a man quickly. He's quick, he's athletic, he's fast. He can shoot with both hands, both inside and out. As you'll see on the film, inside and outside finishing, always finding room, and tough enough to take the hit after. He plays summer with the LA Mavs, and he's on paper as one of the best midfielders in the West in 2022 age group.
So, Chief, the killer about these kids are so good, and they got 3 more years left. So, the opposing teams will be pretty tired of seeing these guys.
Yeah, these kids have bright futures ahead of them. I see them all next level type guys.
So, Chief, while we had our feet up and our toes in the sand, Lindsay Munoz was hard at work, right?
She's always working hard. That's what I like about her.
Lindsay, let's get to you and find out what we missed while we were gone.
Thanks, Chopper and Chief. Today we're going to be talking about some freshman players to watch, 2 specifically, and I actually have the pleasure of playing against them both this week. So I'm very excited for that. The first we're going to be talking about is a goalie from Newbury Park named Daniela Gayet. She has been incredible thus far this season, making huge impact for her team's success with the only loss in the season to Westlake so far. She has contributed to their big win against Agora by 8 goals. She actually shut them out in the first half. And with the past 3 games, she's had an average save percentage of about 80%. And keep in mind with goalies, your typical average is to shoot for about 50%. So you are making about, saving half of the shots that you face. And not only does she have quick hands and ability to save shots no matter the distance that they're being taken, but she's also able to make an impact off the ball in causing interceptions and controlling and communicating with her defense to make sure that they know what they're doing. The next freshman we're going to talk about today is Harper Ski. She is a midfielder from Palos Verdes. She is fast and dynamic, able to use both hands, which is very important. She also is very quick to offer dodges in space and has an insane power shot that I will most definitely be seeing this week. And keep an eye out on her. She is also, while she's able to have those hard shots, she's also helped her teammates in getting a lot of assists this season so far. So keep your eye out on her.
All right, Lindsay, thanks a lot for the update on the girls. And man, Chief, there's so much happening. Wasn't it great that we got a chance to go see that Westlake Oaks Christian girls game?
Super impressed by those girls out there. It was actually fun to watch. It was fast-paced.
Okay, top 10 plays, and Chief, we begin with your position, goalie, and this is Agura's Zach Tripp with 5, count them, 5 saves on point-blank shots. Simi Valley is the victim, and this reminds me of trying to open my car door, but with the wrong key. Nothing works, and finally you just give up and try walking instead. Westlake girls team is making some noise, and maybe the loudest is Shelby Tilton, who takes the sweet pass, maneuvers in traffic, and then the nasty backhand shot. She's USC bound, fight on.
She's for real.
Simi Valley makes the cut this week at 8, and it's number 3 from 15 yards out. Spreads them out and unleashes this P top shelf left, right where Grandma keeps the peanut butter.
Low to high, that is sick.
Chief, let's watch Oaks Christian's Mike Spaeth play Cigar Store Indian here, setting picks and fading into the woodwork until suddenly he comes alive and then takes the dish from X, time and Spaeth, and he doesn't miss from there.
That's precise, that's patient, that's perfection.
Persistence pays off here for Chaminade in white. Cole Scott is going to break his stick, checking this ball loose from Loyola, and Nico Rabushka picks up the loose change, dodges one, and then beats the goalie clean with a low laser.
High to low, knows where to go.
At 5, here's some props for the long poles, and watch Westlake's Will Lyman in action here. Used to be rare for poles to score, but the Warriors benefit from some willpower as the senior defender nets 2, both with the touch of a jeweler.
This kid can find space, find the net. He's good and emotional. I like it. He's hyped.
Next up, we see Oak Park, and watch the long pole with a clean pick and then the race to the other end unimpeded. And you love to see this. He gives it up, attackers move it around, and then give it back for the nice catch in traffic and a goal to reward his hard work.
Stay with the play, that's amazing.
At 3, we've talked a lot about the value of a good face-off man, and Westlake's got one of the best. Here comes Jacob Martin playing bumper cars before netting this goal, and then again, the clean win at X, and then driving the 405 in rush hour, a little fender bender, but the hard-earned goal.
Someone might want to pick up the point. That's great finish by Jake.
Number 2. Hey, somebody get us an Oak Park roster, because here's their second highlight, and if you ever want to see the appropriate time for a BTB shot, this is it. Sets up the goalie and then sticks this filthy shot top left.
Post up and stick it. They've got that down.
All right, Chief, coming in at number 1, Loyola. They've had their share of challenges this year, and take a look at this St. Francis possession. Where's the rest of Loyola's defense? In the penalty box, my friends. Yep, 3 of them. But fear not, they hold down the fort until the long clearing pass by Will Kupiak all the way to midi Preston Barnes. Nice clear. But wait, there's more. Matt Garvey takes it, and he hits Alex Horowitz all alone, and trust me, he doesn't miss from there. A 3-man down goal for Loyola. Top play each week qualifies for the grand prize. That is 2 nights of accommodation in sweet Costa Rica. That prize is available to the parents or guardians of the player or players who are featured in that top 10 play. You can look at more information about the accommodation itself if you go to 360flamingo.com and check out info at 360flamingo or info at LaxRatz.com for more information regarding that. But again, each week top play will be rewarded with 2 nights accommodations in Costa Rica to the parents or guardians of their son or daughter who qualifies for the top play of the week. All right, Chief, second half of the season is upon us. From a coach's perspective, what's the focus at this point?
You know, you come out, you're all excited for a season. First couple games are on excitement. This is war of attrition. Are you healthy? Are you still focused? How do the kids come back for spring break? Is there work-life play? You got Coachella next weekend. There's so many tangibles that, you know, coaches fret about, worry about, but we'll see what happens. The good teams rise to the crop, and second half coming up.
And if you weren't thinking about seedings before, you certainly are now. You got about 3 or 4 weeks to try to sort that out.
The rankings will be real coming forward.
All right. So look, that's going to be it for this week's edition of LaxRatz, LaxWrap. I want to give a shout out to our executive producer, Mark Haddad, the long man down in Costa Rica, for our in-town producer, Lisa Allen, and also for our contributor, Lindsay Munoz. It's great to have this team together, and we're really enjoying working with all these folks.
Yeah, the process building, so much fun. Love to see you guys all out there at the games.
All right, look, remember to follow us on social media. We don't want to name all of them. Just get out there and tag us and watch us. And we're looking forward to a great week of lacrosse this week. So for the Chief, this is the Chopper saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Two great saves by Zach Tribb. From the Garrison, assist Connor Brown.